Hello, Yutasai here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the proper method to goal setting. And although I talked about a little about this in my other video, this is like the condition you're in and what type of goals should you have in whatever condition you are. And so first, let me just talk about the importance of goal setting. First of all, having low goals or having no goals in your life is just gonna make you stagnant. And the reason why you're doing this is probably because you want to just protect your fake pride by avoiding failure. If we don't fail, then these people would think that if I don't fail, then I'm succeeding. That's not correct. If you're the biggest risk you can take in your life is just take no risk at all, because you're gonna just be avoiding failure, having that fake self-esteem. And just living your life trying to protect that fake element you have your whole life, which is just total sadness. And as the Stanford University professor said, the only way to build real self-esteem is just as cliche it is, being comfortable being uncomfortable, or going out of your comfort zone to work at something. And in this case, in building self-esteem, results really aren't the problem. It's the fact that you are challenging something. And then we can begin to like ourselves, love ourselves in that aspect. You know, the goal, or the was the goal achieved or not? That's not the question. It's just, were we able to step out in the first place? That's where real self-esteem comes from. So I encourage you guys to have good goals. And now let me see. Okay, so now you have a goal. Now you want to set a goal for whatever it is, and then let's reflect on the condition you're in. Are you trying to step into a new field, or do you relatively have experience in this field and you just want to try something new? So the first goal, which is a learning goal, is like kind of the beginner's method. Beginner's like guide to setting good goals. And it is pretty simple, but okay, so let's say you have no background in music, but then you want to be the next Shawn Mendes. Alright, well, first you need to learn your first instrument. Then you need to be able to practice singing a little bit, a lot, and produce your own music by learning a bit of music theory and knowing how stuff goes together to produce a pretty big song. Now, we can't just have the goal like, in 3 months I'm gonna be making my first song. It's like, it doesn't really work that way and doesn't motivate us. So at this point in your, like, when you're just entering this field, it just should be a learning goal. The priority for this one should just be, okay, I'm just gonna keep on learning whatever I can that's necessary to satisfy my curiosities and to be able to direct myself into producing performance goals. Performance goals are more specific, and they're, well, you need to be relatively experienced in your field. It's like a performance goal can be like, okay, I'm gonna now that I've started 2 businesses and sold them, now I'm gonna try to start another startup that's gonna be a little bit on a greater scale, and I'm gonna try to dive into the tech industry instead of retail industry. And that's a performance goal, because you have the experience and you have, like, you know, like what to do, kind of, in that aspect. So the advice that these professors are only giving for the learning goals is just to keep working hard. And the hard thing is, because like humans don't really like new information. The best like learning gap should be like 7 to 3. 7 being the information you know prior, and then 3 being like new information. And we don't. If it's like 0 to 10, if it's like all information we don't know and we're just trying to like learn it, that's gonna take a lot of willpower, because genetically we're already made to reject new information. You know? In like this evolution theory, the lions that were curious enough to, no, never mind, not the lions. The chimpanzees, or the monkeys that we evolved from, those monkeys, the curious monkeys that wanted to try out new things, which would be really good in this real world, but in the survival world, if they were so curious to jump inside jungles, jump inside swamps, those curious monkeys, they died by alligators. By trying out new things, well, they failed to survive in the survival world, therefore their genes weren't passed on. The not so curious monkeys that were like just staying stagnant in their life and just living life, well, unhappy. Yeah, genetics doesn't care about our happiness. It just wants us to survive and produce offspring. those those monkeys that just played it safe their whole life, well, they're the ones that survived. Therefore, we are born to not reject new information, because we just feel like we're gonna die if we do that. That's the evolution instinct that we've inherited. So it's gonna be hard, but the best way to just accommodate for a learning goal is to just work hard. It's gonna take a lot of willpower to keep trying to learn new things. But as you become able to like connect the dots, yeah, and the music, the like making a music, making a song, thing I just talked about. As you build experience, it'll get easier, and you'll start to see like your place or where you are in relevance to your goal, and from there you can set performance goals. Performance goals are SMART goals, and SMART goals is, as I explained in my last video, it stands for specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-oriented goals. I'll have the link down below, but so now the big thing about performance goals is we want feedback. We want to build ourselves to be able to get feedback so we can improve on the things, and we can I feel self-growth as we're gaining up towards that goal. And so that's what a performance goal is. And yeah, that's really all I have for this video today. So basically, look at where you are in the field. Are you relatively experienced? Are you a junior in high school, or are you a freshman in college? If you're a freshman in college, you probably don't know research, but you probably don't know shit about what a senior would know in college. So now your priority would just be to begin starting those relationships, like friends, like building a network, a social network, learning information to how to pass your major, or like what the best people in your major do. It's all learning. A junior in high school would just would focus on performance goals, which are like, okay, this year I'm going to be taking 5 APs. I took 2 last year and it was pretty good. I'm going to challenge myself to do 5, and it's you get a lot of feedback because obviously you get grades, right? And you can talk to your teacher, see like, what went wrong for this test, what went wrong for this quiz, what can I do to perform better, just do more homework or listen to your videos, whatever. But we know something in that field, so we have ideas to improve, right? Compared to that, college freshmen, we're all clueless. Well, high school freshmen, they're clueless. So the priority would just be to learn the environment first. So I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.